I recently read the book Stories That Stick by Kindra Hall. In 2011, venture capitalist Jeff Jordan listened to what he considered the stupidest business idea he'd ever heard: help people rent space in their homes to strangers. But 29 minutes later, Jordan went from complete skeptic to believer, and his firm, Andreessen Horowitz, went on to invest $60 million in that business. The business, as you may have guessed, was Airbnb. And what Jordan heard over a 29-minute presentation was a compelling story of two highly resourceful founders. Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia were broke roommates in San Francisco and couldn't make rent, so they dragged air mattresses into their living room and provided a place to stay for attendees of a nearby design conference who couldn't find hotel rooms. Then the founders told Jordan that when they were short on cash, they repackaged breakfast cereal as Obama O's and Captain McCain's during the 2008 presidential election to finance the company. The two stories added up to a very compelling founder story that moved Jordan and everyone else in the room. You have a story with the same kind of power, even if you don't realize it. In fact, every business owner has exactly 4 stories that have incredible potential to get people to buy into their company, to get customers to buy their product, and to help their employees get through tough times. Let's start with story number 1, the value story. Extra Gum was creating your standard corporate ad that talked about how great their gum tasted, but those ads did nothing to increase sales. So they decided to tell a story about a couple named Sarah and Juan. The ad opens with Juan drawing a stick figure of the two of them on a gum wrapper on their first date, then follows him drawing a new wrapper at every major point in their relationship. The story reaches its climax when Sarah sees all of Juan's gum wrapper images and picture frames, and then sees a new image of a stick figure proposing. Sarah turns around and sees Juan down on one knee. The story was about Sarah and Juan's journey. Extra Gum just happened to be something they used on that journey. It was a simple 2-minute video that went viral, getting more than 100 million views on social media and completely reversed Extra's declining sales. A value story is a carefully designed story of a customer who uses a product as a guide or tool to overcome adversity and reach a desired outcome. Value stories indirectly explain the features and benefits of your product by allowing a customer to see themselves as the main character in your story. This week, write a short 2-minute story about how a customer's life got measurably better by using your product. Make sure you include author Kindra Hall's 4 vital story components. First, an identifiable character, which is someone your audience can relate to. Then you need to inject authentic emotion, but be careful not to dramatize it. If you run an ice cream stand, explain the look of pure delight on a child's face after they take their first lick, rather than people breaking into a dance as they eat. Story component number 3, a significant moment. This is the moment of profound realization in every great story, where the character knows they are not going to be the same. Maybe your customer realizes that they can't go back to eating cheap store-bought ice cream. Story component number 4, specific details. Here's where you add several vivid descriptions of the character and their surroundings to have your listeners lose themselves in the story. Story number 2, the customer story. The customer story is simple. It's the value story told by an actual customer in its raw form. A customer has nothing to gain by telling their story, which is precisely why audiences believe it. Roughly 85% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations, and people read an average of 7 reviews before trusting a business. If those reviews become stories, they're even more persuasive and powerful. When Native Deodorant set out to leverage the power of customer stories, they emailed thousands of customers to see what stories they were willing to share about their product. They received 7,008 responses, and within those 7,008 responses, they found several compelling personal stories, like the one from a woman who had a long family history of breast cancer, and so she chose Native Deodorant for their clean ingredients. When Native Deodorant assembled the best customer stories into an ad, it beat all expectations and led to the brand's strongest sales quarter ever. This week, reach out to several customers and ask if they're willing to share a story about using your product or service. Encourage them to describe a specific positive change your product or service made in their lives. Story number 3, the founder story. Luxury home builder Jerry Meek was failing to win bids and separate himself from other home builders. All the builders in his market were making identical claims about quality and craftsmanship. So at one make-or-break meeting for a massive contract, he abandoned his rehearsed pitch and told the story about his obsession with building forts as a kid. He told the client's team that even now, every time he leaves a construction site, he thinks back to that first fort he built, and he is filled with that same rush of excitement all over again. He won that contract, and several more shortly after. An analysis of Shark Tank's Season 6 found that of the 116 aired pitches, the ones that told a story about the founder's struggle to get the business launched were significantly more likely to land a deal. This week, refine your founder's story to stand out amongst your competitors. Make it as personal and unique as possible, with plenty of struggle, uncertainty, and near disasters. Try to bring in a powerful realization, like Jerry Meek's childhood story. Story number 4, the purpose story. During the depths of the 2008 recession, an executive named Michael stood in front of a discouraged sales team. He hadn't given a speech since high school and didn't know how to start, so he just launched into a story about giving up on his water polo team when things got hard, then sitting in the stands and watching his old teammates win the championship later that year. Then he ended by saying, "I learned my lesson, and now I refuse to quit until we win." That's a purpose story, a vulnerable telling of a personal struggle that inspires others to push on. This week, write out a personal story of perseverance that you can use when things get particularly tough in your business. A quick way to come up with a purpose story is to expand your founder story and talk about how you and your initial staff got through seemingly impossible setbacks to build the business into what it is today. A national survey of 1,000 full-time employees found that people who knew their company's challenging beginning were 40% more likely to say their company's work makes a difference in the world. In the end, if you've gone through the struggle of starting a business, you have a founder and purpose story that will inspire others to work with you. And if people happily pay for what you're selling, you have a value and customer story waiting to be told to new customers. Most business owners never take the time to tell these 4 stories, and they fail to stand out because of it. Don't make that mistake. Start crafting your stories this week and watch how people respond to your business differently. That was the core message that I gathered from Stories That Stick by Kindra Hall. It's no surprise that Kindra is a great storyteller herself. She explains powerful business ideas in a highly enjoyable way. I highly recommend her book. If you would like a 1-page PDF summary of the insights I gathered from this book, just click the link in the description below and I'll email it to you. If you're already signed up for the free Productivity Game newsletter, this PDF is in your inbox.